Well, folks, Super Bowl 59 was one for the history books, not just because of the thrilling game, but because for the first time ever, a sitting U.S. president graced the Super Bowl with his presence. That's right, Donald J. Trump, the 45th president of the United States, decided to trade in the golf course for the gridiron, making a grand appearance at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Now you might be thinking, Stephen, presidents love football. Why is this such a big deal? Well, my friends, no sitting president had ever attended the Super Bowl before. Sure, they've done the coin toss remotely, called the winning team afterwards, maybe even hosted the champions at the White House, but actually being there, in the flesh, soaking in the electric atmosphere of the Super Bowl, that, my friends, is unprecedented. You could say it was a bold move, a calculated risk. The Super Bowl is one of the most watched events in the world, a melting pot of Americans from all walks of life. It's a chance to connect with the people, to bask in the shared love of the game, but it's also a potential minefield for a polarizing figure like Trump. One thing's for sure, it was going to be interesting, and boy was it ever. The crowd's reaction was a mix of cheers and boos, reflecting the divided opinions about the president. Some fans were thrilled to see him, while others were visibly less enthusiastic. It was a moment that captured the essence of America's current political climate, right there in the heart of one of its most beloved traditions. The energy in the stadium was palpable, and for better or worse, Trump's presence added an extra layer of excitement to an already electrifying event. Whether you loved him or hated him, there was no denying that his appearance at the Super Bowl was a historic moment that will be talked about for years to come. Now, one doesn't simply stroll into the Super Bowl alone, especially when you're the former leader of the free world. It's an event that demands a grand entrance, and Trump certainly knows how to make one. Trump rolled in with a crew, a veritable who's who of the Republican Party. It was a show of strength, a display of camaraderie among the GOP elite. Senators Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott were spotted enjoying the game from the Trump box, along with House Speaker Mike Johnson. They seemed to be having a good time, away from the usual political hustle and bustle. I guess even politicians need a break from, governing the country. It's not all work and no play, after all. Of course, no Trump appearance would be complete without family. They are always there, standing by his side, supporting him in every public endeavor. Ivanka Trump, his ever-present daughter and advisor, was by his side, presumably offering her thoughts on the finer points of the game. She never misses an opportunity to be in the spotlight. Because, who needs seasoned sports commentators when you have Ivanka's political acumen? Her insights are always interesting, to say the least. Interestingly, Melania Trump was nowhere to be seen. Her absence was quite noticeable, raising a few eyebrows. I guess even the allure of the Super Bowl couldn't tempt her away from whatever it is she does these days. Maybe she had other plans that were more appealing, maybe she was busy renegotiating her prenup, or perhaps she had a prior engagement that she couldn't miss. Or perhaps she was just tired of being seen with him in public. Who can blame her? The life of a former First Lady is never simple. Section 3, from pregame to halftime, Trump's memorable Super Bowl moments and highlights. Section 4, politics takes the field, reactions and implications.